Hey people, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'll be reviewing a new movie titled Rejected Mate. It's currently showing on Nolly Families TV featuring Sonia Uche, Esodike, Bibi Sonye, amongst others. This movie is about two sisters. Sonia Uche played the role of Nina, who happened to be the half-sister of Nicole, whose mom was in charge of taking care of the girls ever since her husband passed away. Nina's stepmother was rich and owns a sustainable business, so they lived comfortably. Some years back, she borrowed some money from a certain honorable for her to start up a business. They had an agreement that she would pay after some years, including the interest, or she was going to give her daughter's hand in marriage to the son of the honorable. Esodike played the role of Charles, who was the son of the honorable. He was framed for certain things and eventually went to prison after the death of his father, and all their properties were seized from them. After some time in prison, Charles got released. He had no place to stay and his family also turned against him as they were blaming him for their misfortune. Their family lawyer advised him to go to the woman who borrowed money from his late father and request for his rights, as it was the only option left for him. He rushed to her house. On getting there, he was looking so tattered and dirty as someone who just got out of prison. On getting to Mrs. Johnson's residence, she wasn't home, but he met her daughter Nicole, who was rude and also ignored him. While Nina came outside and asked him who he was looking for, he mentioned and it was their mom, so she had to call her mom to let her mom know. Nina's mom asked her to let him in, that she would be home soon. After a while, Mrs. Johnson got back and he explained everything to her about how he just got released from prison and that he needed help in order to get back on his feet. He requested for a loan of 10 million naira. She declined that she doesn't have such amounts of money. He then asked for half of the money, which was about 5 million naira. She also declined that she doesn't even have 500,000 naira to offer him. That the only thing she can do for him is to go according to the agreement, which states that if she can't pay the money, that she was going to give out her daughter's hand in marriage. So she told him that that was the only thing she could do for him. It was a very insensitive thing to say, considering his current situation. He just got out of prison and he had nothing, no shelter, no money, no job. So it was not appropriate for him to get married at that time. He explained to her that the marriage was not the right thing for him, but she still insists that that was the only help she can render. She was obviously greedy and didn't want to pay back her debt. She went in to have a private conversation with her biological daughter Nicole, who was originally betrothed to Charles. She was not happy about it, as her mother also explained that she didn't have such huge amounts of money to pay back, that the loan was 25 years ago and the interest would have multiplied over the years, and the only option was for Nicole to get married to him. She didn't like the idea, as Charles was so broke and dirty for her. So Nicole came up with an idea that Nina should get married to Charles, since he couldn't differentiate which of her daughters he was initially betrothed to. Her mom was so happy with the suggestion, and she also saw it as a perfect opportunity to also revenge on Nina's late mother, who happened to be her co-wife. So they went ahead with the plan and introduced Nina to Charles as his wife-to-be. Charles had no other choice, so he pleaded with Mrs. Johnson to allow him stay with her, since he had no place of his own and he can't possibly live with Nina on the street. So she agreed that they can stay pending when they get their own place, but the condition was that he was going to work as a security guy, since she had no one to do the job, and also offered to pay him 50,000 naira monthly and also promised them a lavish wedding. He had no choice, so he agreed. They started staying together, and gradually Charles and Nina got close and were always looking out for each other. They enjoyed each other's company and were mostly happy. Their behavior started annoying Nicole and she felt kind of left out. So she thought of ways to destroy their relationship. She was beginning to like Charles, so she tried seducing him, but it was not working. Charles was so in love with Nina and he didn't want to jeopardize that what they shared for anything. Despite not having anything to his name, Nina showed Charles love, care and support. She even got him a laptop so he could work with it. She did everything to make him happy and he also did the same. Their love continued growing despite being insulted, mocked and cursed at by Nicole and her mom. Mrs. Johnson didn't like them and she only offered them a place to stay because she doesn't want Charles to suspect Nina was not her biological daughter. Meanwhile, Nina already told Charles about it and they agreed to keep it a secret and also play along. Charles started making some research about how he could retrieve his father's property that were seized. He found some evidence and submitted them. After a while, it was revealed and then his properties were released to him. He was so happy and couldn't wait to share the good news with his wife, Nina. He got home that day, which was also his wife's birthday, and handed her a car key as a birthday gift. She was so confused and was wondering how he got a car considering the fact that they couldn't afford anything. He explained everything to Nina and in the presence of Nicole and her mom. Nicole was so envious of her half-sister that she wanted Charles all to herself. But at this point, it was already too late as they were about moving out of the house and they were also expecting a baby together. Mrs. Johnson was shocked with the whole development as well as her daughter. Nicole was full with regrets for not initially accepting to marry Charles. This movie basically is about greed and how we are supposed to treat people close to us, irrespective of who they are and what they are to us. The movie is it's a really nice movie. I'll give it a solid 8/10 because the cast brought the characters to life and they portrayed it exactly how it should be. They really made me fall in love with the story and it's really a nice movie. I'll recommend this movie. Thank you all for watching. Please subscribe, like, share, and tell me what you think in the comment section. And also don't forget to click on your notification bell so as to get notified whenever I upload a new video. Bye.